Welcome everyone to the SERL American Ethanol Series Season 2 Race 26, or in other words, the season finale at Armory Digital Super Speedway. And for the first time this weekend, under the lights. The truck race earlier today was under the daytime. And overall, this racetrack, it's a very unique racetrack. It's 2.6 miles. It's super speedway. The banking in the corners is 33 degrees, identical to Talladega. And overall, the race today, I think it's going to be an interesting race. There were some things in the truck race earlier today that I think we will see in this race, and I think that is that I think that we definitely had the potential of a lot of different leaders. Now we did not see that in the truck race, and I think that's largely due to the fact about how we didn't really have like super long green flag runs, and the way the cautions fell, it got everyone single file, and just overall the way it all played out, I don't think it really allowed for much of that. But I think in this race, it could be different, and, and I think that it's very possible that that could come down to a photo finish. But anyway, now we got to talk about our championship contenders, which after 25 races has now come down to 3 drivers. Our points leader is Andrew Gorman. He has a 13-point lead over a driver that's going to be named in a moment. And overall, a lot like Club Crafton, who won the championship earlier today in the Truck Series, Andrew Gorman has had a late season surge. He won all the way back at race number 5 at Memphis, and other than that, he's kind of been known as Mr. Pole Stunner because he's won a total of 4 career poles, the most of any driver this season. And overall, these past 2 weeks, he's really done a good job at A, starting up front, and B, finishing up front. And second place in points, Dale Scott. I would argue that Dale Scott has actually been the most consistent this season because he was the points leader from race number 8 to race number 4. Not race number 14, race number 24. And Dale Scott, even though he has fallen off these past few weeks, I think that he definitely is going to want to bring an end to that, and then go out there and try to finish as many spots as he can ahead of Andrew Gorman. And definitely, I think winning this race is going to help him a lot. And third place in points. Yeah, and also despite Dale Scott's dominance, he's actually gets to win a race this season, so it would be his first one if he could do it tonight. Dean Orton, he won back at race number 8 at Ricky, but since then, I kind of think of Dean Orton entering this finale as sort of the surprise, the dark horse, because Dean Orton, he has led the points standings on at least 2 occasions, but the thing is, it wasn't by himself. He tied Dale Scott on these 2 occasions in the middle of the season. So to me, he's never really, I guess you could say, had that like race where he was exactly the star of the show. That's just my opinion. And to me, I think that Dean Orton, he's definitely going to need it. He's definitely going to need it to finish great, because the thing is, he's a total of 30 points behind Andrew Gorman. So that's a lot of points to make up. And so I think that he's going to need to finish great. But I also think that he's going to have a little bit of luck on his side. For example, hope that Dale Scott and Andrew Gorman get involved in a wreck. But overall, I think things are going to get interesting. Oh yeah. And by the way, we have 39 other drivers that want to that are going to go out there, and they're going to want to have a fun time. And I think they're also going to race super hard and aggressive to try to end the season on the best note that they can. And so overall, what are we going to see over the course of 20 laps? And most importantly, who is going to be our SERL American Ethanol Series Season 2 champion? Let's get these cars rolling off. And now let's show the starting lineup as right here. You can see a map of the super speedway. But anyway, so O'Neil Balvin is on the pole, and this is his first pole of the season. And I think he becomes the 19th different pole winner in 26 races. And by the way, I did not say in the truck series event, but the thing is, in that series, they conclude the season with a total of 16 different pole winners in 26 races. But anyway, so here is the rest of the starting lineup. So the thing is, all 3 drivers start, I think, inside the top 15. Dale Scott starts 5th, Andrew Gorman starts 7th, Dean Orton starts 11th. So the thing is, they all start on the inside, and the inside is definitely the way to go. You're going to have to be on the inside in order to make up ground. But anyway, here we go. Onto the front stretch, for the final warm up lap of the season. And here we go into the trial and the start finish line, just like a Talladega gets all the way close to turn number 1. Here we go. And for the final time this season, the green flag is underway. Armory and the Forge are trying to get something to work on the high side, as they're 3 wide, as they come across the start finish line, which is allowed in this league. Ryan Casey and the 51 driver that's had mostly a struggling season, and here is Andrew Gorman trying to make up ground and maybe trying to get by Dale Scott. Dean Orton is in the bottom though. And to me, Dale Scott and Andrew Gorman, I think their job, well, I think what they're going to try to do is try to block. We could see a lot of blocking in this race. But anyway, O'Neal Bowman, it looks like he might lead the first lap, unless Ryan Casey has anything for him. Here comes Andrew Gorman to the inside. You know what? If Andrew Gorman can lead a lap, it's gonna make it even harder for Dale Scott and Dean Orton to get to win this championship. Because in case you forgot, if you lead a lap, that's 1 extra bonus point. If you lead the most laps, that's another extra bonus point. And if you win the race, that is a total of 3 extra bonus points. But anyway, so now Dale Scott, he's stuck on the high side. Now, overall, this field, it's not exactly as crazy as it was in the Domino's Pizza Truck Series in terms of a lot of bumper to bumper action. But that could all change very quickly. And now I'm seeing Connor Breen trying to go to the inside of Andrew Gorman. And whoa, watch out! Dale Scott in the 15, Justin Tolabas in the 60. The last time Justin Tolabas has won a Super Speedway race this season. It was all the way back at race number 4 at Seattle. And now right here, it looks like now all 3 over drivers that are competing for a championship, they're now all stuck to the high side. And by the way, if you can hear, if there's any sort of audio issues, I don't know what's going on, but to me, but my microphone is acting kind of funny. But anyway, whoa, Justin Tolabas and Saunders, watch out! Don't get too close to each other. If you get too close, that's gonna take up the whole entire field. But anyway, O'Neal Bowman, he has led every single lap so far, and now Dean Orton, he's now getting shuffled to the high side, and now Dale Scott, he's now gonna he's gonna go to the inside of Andrew Gorman. Whoa, Andrew Gorman almost hits the wall. 4 wide right here, a four wide battle for 4th place, and then we have a 4 wide battle for, I want to say maybe 10th place. Whoa, Dale Scott, Ryan Casey. Okay, they lay off each other. That's good. Oh no. This is not good. In the truck series event, we did have a wreck when these drivers did get close to each other. And right here we're seeing Dale Scott and Justin Thomas get really close to each other, but looks like they are gonna lay off just in time. And Dale Scott, he is trying to get back up to the front. I'm still not feeling good about this. Okay, Dale Scott and Justin Thomas, they do get off of each other. But anyway, up front it is still O'Neal Bowman, a driver that I believe has yet to win this season. And up ahead of Dale Scott, we have Kendall Minor and Hurley Haywood. Anyway, we are still seeing a lot of 4 wide action. Andrew Gorman, he's now on spot on the bottom, as Ian Saunders is actually scraping up the wall. He is dropping back a lot of positions. He was 11th the last time by. He's now probably going to be around 25th spot, or maybe even worse than that. But anyway, we're starting to see more side by side, particularly in this pack right here, which consists of all 3 drivers. But anyway, a couple drivers that I don't have to worry about any of this. Ryan Casey, Connor Breen, and O'Neal Bowman. They are up front, and maybe I think if Conrad is going to want to lead this thing, I think he's definitely going to have to. Okay, that was close. Andrew Gorman and Evan DePaula. But see, I think that if Conrad, I think if he's gonna want to get by on Bowden, him and Ryan Casey might have to team up. Anyway, Matt Hotchkiss, and right behind Matt Hotchkiss, we actually have our defending series champion, who after this race we aren't going to call him the defending series champion anymore. Daniel Voiles, whoa, Bruno Hedgehog. I don't understand how they haven't wrecked yet. If we have a wreck, which I think will happen, I think it's going to take out at least one of our championship contenders. Whoa, Jonas Mass Jr., Evan DePaula. Into the inside of Andrew Gorman, we do have Dean Orton. It looks like things are possibly calming down. Oh no! Whoa! Really close contact between Andrew Gorman and Dean Orton. And overall, we have now reached to 7 minutes. Not 7 minutes, 7 laps into this race, approaching on and we have yet to see the green flag. Anyway, Andrew Gorman is now on the high side. Dale Scott, now he's going to the bottom. And thing is, for Dean Orton and Andrew Gorman, I think they're definitely going to have that difficulty of finding a place in line to advance their position. But anyway, so Dale Scott he is moving up. Dale Scott needs to finish more than 13 spots ahead of Andrew Gorman in order for him to win this championship. And the way things are right now, he's almost there. But behind them, we have Riley Smith, the season opener winner, and we have Jonas Mass Jr. Close to each other. Behind them, I see John Martin, Alan Gray, two drivers that have also get to win the season. And behind them, Jim Kelly, Talladega winner, and Daniel Voiles, the Road America winner. That was getting a little close. And Saunders trying to make his way up front. Dale Scott continuing to make up spots here. I see Andrew Gorman in the 22 still in a pretty risky or dangerous spot in the pack. But anyway, I think this field is possibly I think they're possibly catching these front three drivers that are here: O'Neil Bavin, Brian Casey, and Connor Breeden. And way out in the distance, I can see Club Captain John Bowles. It seems like that they have lost this lead pack. But whoa, Bruno Hedgehog, Jonas Mass Jr. They are somehow all keeping it together. I don't know how they're doing it, but they are. And in the meantime, Ryan Casey, he's gonna lose third place to Abe Troxell, a driver that has yet to win the season, but has actually had one of the biggest comebacks of the season. Very early in the season, he was around, I think, dead last in points. And the thing is, if he can get a great finish that's right around here, he could possibly get himself into the top 10 points. But anyway, we have now gone the first 10 laps clean and green. And Andrew Gorman, he is now around 20th position, while Dale Scott is currently up front battling for the lead. The way things are right now, I think Dale Scott would definitely be the points leader. But anyway, now we're here. Evan DePaula now going to the inside of Dale Scott. So Dale Scott, he might get shuffled back. Oh, there we go. We have a crash behind them. Andrew Gorman and Dean Orton get through it, I believe. Oh, and behind them, huge wreck. John Martin, Alan Gray, Riley Smith, Daniel Voiles, Randy O'Neal. But all three drivers survived that. And the thing is, that happened right up in front of Dean Orton and Andrew Gorman. So our first caution is out. Right in front. These drivers actually were past they were past the start finish line, I believe. No, actually, they are slowing down. Actually, my mistake. But anyway, so here we are. So where are we? We have Dale Scott in 3rd place. Andrew Gorman, he's currently in 17th spot. So yeah, the way things are right now, DL Scott would be he would be the points leader, and thus if the race ended right now, Dale Scott would be would be our champion. But overall, let's take a look and see what happened as this crash happened just before we went into the tri-oval. To me, it felt like that every time they were in the corners and then exit the corners, they would really get close to each other, and maybe that was because they were trying to decide. But right here, it did not work at all. John Martin and Elgin Mills get together right in front of O'Neill Balvin, down into Ryan Hotchkiss and Daniel Boyles, and look at the job that Andrew Gorman and Dean Orton do to escape it. But anyway, Jonas Pest Jr. trying to get slowed down on time, gets hit from behind by Alan Gray, down into Riley Smith, and basically, while this wasn't exactly the big one, it still took many drivers. Many drivers just simply went for a wild ride. Actually, if I said Riley Smith, my bad. Tell me about Rio. But anyway, overall, many drivers were involved, and I think some of these drivers are going to be out of the race. Randy O'Neill in the 42. I think to me his one great moment is the fact about how he dominated the Seattle race back at race number 4. But the thing is, he just came so close. But really ever since then, or just simply other than that, it really just hasn't. I haven't really seen a whole lot of like spectacularness out of him. And unfortunately, he's gonna end his day taking a wild ride through the grass. A sight that Andrew Gorman does not want to see again. And this might have just saved him from winning this championship if he can win this championship. The 3rd place driver in points, Dean Orton, he didn't have to check up as much as Andrew Gorman, but the thing is, it was still pretty close. Sometimes it pays off to lose the lead draft. Ask Club Crafton. Finishing 40th, 41st, and 42nd for the final race of the season, Randy O'Neill, Daniel Boyles, and John Martin, they will all be out of the race. Now that just leaves us with 39 drivers on the lead lap. But to me, I have a feeling that if the drivers that did get involved and are still on the racetrack, there's going to be slower lap traffic. And to me, this is definitely not good news for Dean Orton, who, like I said in the previous show, needs to finish more than 30 spots ahead of Andrew Gorman. But the thing is, with less drivers on the racetrack, and a less likely chance, that Andrew Gorman is going to finish like super badly, it's going to make it even harder for Dean Orton to win this championship. Anyway, back to the green flag. O'Neill Balvin leads, Convery in 4th, and oh, I guess here, O'Neill Balvin slow. He's got a problem. Oh my gosh! What a strange turn of events. Is this gonna bring out a caution? Do you know what? This might bring out a caution. But anyway, in the meantime, Convery, he is now our leader, and Dale Scott he might drop several positions if he can't find a way to the bottom. Andrew Gorman, on the other hand, he's also trapped on the high sides. So not really the best situation for either of our top 2 drivers. But overall, what a huge shame for O'Neill Balvin, who's now been warmed to pit road. Elgin Mills is now going down pit road. He might end up going to the garage. But my oh my, Dale Scott he went across the start finish line in the place. Andrew Gorman in the 70th spot. This could get very close. This could come down to just a few points. Anyway, Dale Scott, he's trying to get to the bottom though. I saw him peeking inside of Paula. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm also seeing Abe Troxell trying to get to the inside of Evan Paula and maybe challenge Connor Breeden. Here comes Ian Saunders in the 9, a driver that has come close on a few occasions to win, even though he won all the way back. I think it was race number 3 at New Jersey. Anyway, Dale Scott now he's really outside. Anyway, Andrew Gorman, he has some. He did actually gain 1 spot that time, but overall, the real issue now is Dale Scott. He is losing a lot of positions, being stuck on the high side. And the thing is, if Dale Scott can find a way to get to the bottom, and if Andrew Gorman doesn't lose any positions, then to me, he's not gonna be able to win this championship. Right here, this is Dale Scott's chance to go to the middle. But watch out right here. Just until I was down the line, right in front of the field. Oh my goodness, huge crash. Andrew Gorman trying to get it slowed down in time. Oh my goodness, huge crash. This crash will end the race. Dean Orton in the 13 could not avoid the wreck. He will not win the championship. But to me, where is Andrew Gorman gonna finish? He's gonna finish in the 17th position. And where's Dale Scott gonna finish? He's gonna finish in the 6th position. That means Andrew Gorman is gonna be our champion, and the gap between 1st and 2nd should be, I believe, like 2 points. But Andrew Gorman, man, I think he did get some slight damage in that wreck. So the thing is, if Andrew Gorman does have to pit, is he gonna pit? I don't think so. I don't see any serious damage on the car. But man, what a way to end the season. Yeah. Andrew Gorman. Yeah, he did not peak. He did not come down to the pits. So I think everything is gonna be fine. And looks like our winner is going to be Abe Troxell. So it looks like Abe Troxell, he's finally going to be able to get to victory lane. And thing is, he's going to add his name to the list of first-time winners, which this series I think has actually had the most first-time winners of any of the 3 series. But man, what a way to end this race. But overall, really ever since they took the green flag, and from the moment that O'Neill Balvin, our race leader, had a problem, it all of a sudden got really crazy ever since then. And the thing is, I think what we saw was that Ian Saunders and Justin Talabas, they're pushing the limit, trying to be super aggressive, trying to win this race, and in the end, it did not work out. And now, well, let's just get an instant replay. Aiden Saunders and Justin Talapas hooked together, and the thing is, both of them up front, they're really trying to get. I think Aiden Saunders and Justin Talapas, they were both trying to win this race. I mean, look at that. Right there, you can see the battle for what would be for the win. Abe Troxell and Connor Breeden, and I think it's Justin Talapas and Aiden Saunders, they're actually peeking inside. So the thing is, they see that as their shot to win this race. And unfortunately, they just simply push the limit, and the two of them hook together. And down here onto the apron, and the thing is, when you go from the banking to the apron, you're more likely going to go back up across the racetrack, and that's what they do. They actually get airborne right in front of Ben Braley, and actually this is where Dean Orton got his damage. I for some reason I didn't see that the first time, and look at just everyone get involved. Riley Smith, Veronica Hedgehog, right up ahead here. I'll show that in just a second. But and right here, many of the drivers that avoid this crash, they unfortunately got involved in the crash just up ahead of them. But look at how quickly the hole closed up. Everyone decided to go to the bottom. But the thing is, whatever goes up must come down, and that's what happened. Anyway, up front with Dean Orton, this is what happened. So the thing is, he runs into Justin Talapis. Hurley Haywood does a good job to avoid this, but then right here, he comes right down in front of Torn Deer, right in front of Jim Kelly, and right here Jim Kelly comes right down in front of Charles Belding. Blaine Keys got some damage. Bill Crafton got some damage. And overall, this is where many more of the drivers did get collected. Oh my goodness, Andrew Gorman came super close from Dean Orton. I actually did not catch that live, but overall, that's what happened right here. And looks like that. While this is not the biggest crash or the most cars involved in one crash of the season, I think that we could. I think that by the time I look at the finishing results, we could possibly have 20 or even more cars uh, that were involved in this crash labeled as D and F. So the calamity had already started, but look at how quickly it took for pretty much almost the rest of the field to just simply just get collected. Aiden Saunders in the 9 had just made an amazing recovery from earlier in the race where I think he hit the wall and then fell outside to maybe around the top 25. And then all of a sudden, several laps later, and along with the help of a restart, he got himself back up in contention to maybe win the final race of the season. But unfortunately, I think that he's definitely going to be. He's not going to be very pleased at all with Justin Talapis. At this point in the race, Dean Orton was not going to win the championship anyway because the thing is, he really needed, I think, both Dale Sky and Dean Orton to either be involved in a wreck in DNF or running very poorly. And the thing is, that wasn't happening to any one of them. And the thing is, the thing that he definitely did not want to happen is that for him to be the one that would get involved in a crash in DNF, etc. And the thing is, even though he's not going to win this championship, I feel like that should not take away at all from the remarkable season that he's had. And overall, I think he's still going to be very happy. Riley Smith started out the season winning one of, if not the biggest race of the season opener at Daytona, and the thing is, he's going to end his season taking a wild ride. But it was still a pretty good season. What a pretty up and down day for the 16 of Matt Hoshkus. Got involved in the first wreck, but was able to keep on going. And even though he was several seconds behind, not just the leader, but overall the entire field, for the most part, he could possibly actually get a top 20 finish because he was so far behind the calamity. Iowa race winner Lisa Gonzalez actually did some pretty good driving avoiding this wreck. What's one of the worst feelings as a race car driver during a race is when you are going through a wreck and the thing is, and if you get hit and all of a sudden you're just kind of like a pinball machine. And I think Nick Smith possibly had no brakes as well, because look at this. He's unfortunately not going to make it through. He's Justin Talapis, but then right here he's just flying, and right here he hit Dean Orton and hit a couple more times. Andrew Gorman's wreck avoidance is, to me, hands down, going to be the record points of the season and possibly ever in the SERL. Because look at this. Now right here, as soon as the trouble starts, he does run into the back of the A Brock Hedgehog. Gets clipped a little bit from just novice. Actually, did not hit Pink. He's not showing our angle in a little bit. But look at this. There's Dean Orton right there, and he almost hit him, and he actually almost got run over by Johnny Mills. So overall, a record points that is going to help Andrew Gorman be the season 2 champion. And actually, I want to show this as well. So I'm going to pause it right here. Look at all these drivers that are going by Andrew Gorman on the inside. The thing about that though is that if these drivers were actually able to avoid this wreck, I don't think we would actually be talking about Andrew Gorman as a season 2 champion at all, because by that point he had already lost enough positions, unfortunately. But the thing is that thankfully all those drivers got collected, and then Andrew Gorman, he was able to just sail on right by them. The mess has already started, and look at this. So right here, you're going to see that Andrew Gorman did run into the back of Broman Hedgehog in the number 8, but not hard. And right there, you can see the clip. And then right here, look at this. Oh my goodness, he did. Okay, maybe he did hit Pink. He's maybe just a little bit, but overall, it was not that much at all. And look at this. He's just weaving his way through this. And right here, look at Dean Orton. Oh, I barely hit him. If he had made contact with Dean Orton, I think that definitely would have been enough damage to cause his day to be over. And anyway, now let's get to the finishing results. And that is it. Season 2 is officially over, and Andrew Gorman is our champion. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got drivers running over each other. Okay, that was close. Okay, so in a way, the wrecking is not completely over yet. But anyway, overall, man, what a race. Possibly the race of the season. A lot of action, a lot of intensity, and all of a sudden, um, coming out of the race alive are drivers like Andrew Gorman, and Andrew Gorman wins this championship. But the thing is, I do also have to, ooh, whoa, okay, that was strange. Anyway, I also do have to, um, give my give my hats off to Dale Scott. He came close. The thing that killed Dale Scott though was the fact about how he just didn't have that great of a restart. I think at the end of the day, I think that was definitely the deciding factor. Was the fact that he did not get a great restart. Or the best restart that they could have. And the thing is, he was stuck on the outside and dropped a whole lot and lost a couple positions. And the thing is, those couple positions, at the end of the day, decided that Andrew Gorman would be our champion, and Dale Scott would finish second place in points by, I think the margin is going to be between 2 points, which I think that makes it the closest championship battle ever in the SERL period. But anyway, here is the rest of the finishing order. So the thing is, we're gonna end this season in the final race with a total of 23 drivers finishing the race. But look at all of these drivers. And the thing is, the driver that I should mention, Ono Balvin, the most dominant driver of the day, led the majority laps, but then all of a sudden had some kind of mechanical issue. That's my best guess. But overall, yeah. So. I guess now I should get in my final notes. And thing is, I want to thank everyone who watches these videos, and I really want to thank everyone who signed up for the series. Whether you were someone who watched every race, or whether you were someone who did not watch any of the races at all, or whether you were someone who signed up and just skipped all the way to the end to figure out where you finished, and then just left your comment. And anyway, I appreciate the support. And I hope that many of you are going to be able to stick with me. And I hope you had a fun time being a part of the series, as much as I did, being a commentator. There were definitely some issues along the way, but overall, I still had a great time doing it, and I hope that maybe in the future I could do this again. But anyway, we still have one more race to go. We still have one more championship to the crown. It is the Hot Wheels Cup Series Championship. And overall, who is it going to be? Is it going to be? I'm trying to remember the contenders. Is it going to be Ariana Parks? Is it going to be Bubba Buchanan? Is it going to be Abe Troxell? Is it going to be Cody Hagan? Is it going to be forget the other driver. Oh yeah, Carter Sinclair. So the thing is, one of those five drivers is going to be our champion. But overall, we have yet to have a race this weekend over the points leader coming into this race was not the points leader at the end of the race. That has yet to happen this season. Will happen in that series. Be sure to tune in for that race. Um, but anyway, I would like to thank everyone for watching this race and overall this season. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and buy. Congrats to Abe Troxell on winning your first race ever in your career in the American Ethanol Series, um, and in this season. And I want to congratulate Andrew Gorman uh, as being of being our season 2 American Ethanol Series champion.